I've never done an update video, nor did I ever think I'd do one, but here we are. This felt right because I have some things I want to talk about with regards to the channel, so I guess we should just dig right into that. Is that how these things are supposed to go? I have no idea. So first of all, my extreme lack of uploading this year. We're now into what, the 8th month, goddamn, of the year, and I've uploaded only 3 videos, which feels incredibly small. Even on a monthly-ish schedule, that's lagging behind by less than half. And there's a big reason for that. I've been incredibly unhappy with the direction I've found myself with what content I've decided to write and upload for you all. And I think views have been reflecting that, which I know isn't the point of making these kinds of things, but it doesn't help this thing when you're feeling disconnected. So I've spent some time reevaluating what I'm doing and what I want to make. Early on with the HeavyEyed channel, I found a voice in looking at wide subjects within games and picking those apart and how different games approach them. Videos like heads-up displays, AAA games taking on more indie-like games, how developers use their limitations to make interesting and iconic experiences, and so on. Then the tide of the YouTube essayist format changed, and instead of doing what I normally do, which is sticking to my guns, I pigeonholed myself within the trends, and it was resulting in more and more content I'm ultimately not satisfied with. So if I do look at specific games, there will be more personal takes, videos like The Life is Strange, Night in the Woods, or more recently the Smash Bros. Ones. With that, I'm announcing 2 new shows I want to launch in the coming weeks. The first is The Language of Video Games. If you're a long-time watcher or are new and you've gone back through the catalogue, this might sound familiar. I did a short video talking about how different systems and ideas translate across platforms, generations, and even genres to create experiences we can all latch onto without sweating the small stuff. The first of this is looking at magic and mana, diving into how, why, and even the etymology of it all. This show is something I plan on doing as long as I have ideas for it. And from what I've been brainstorming, that should get through to at least the start of next year, but as it grows, more and more things will come up that I'd love to talk about. The second is the ethics of buying games. This one is a tad more controversial, but a lot of it pertains to issues close to my heart, and will be a 3 to 4 part show depending on how much there winds up being to say about each segment, starting with the ethics of digital storefronts and going way deeper as they go on. I also want to bring back the problems with series. The Far Cry and Star Fox videos are 2 I'm still incredibly proud of to this day. I have ideas for one on Mega Man X and Pokemon, but getting 3DS footage is an absolute pain, so I'm still trying to figure that one out. So that's kind of that in terms of content. I want to switch between those shows on a fortnightly basis, starting with Magic and Mana, and if something else comes up in the meantime, I'll be slotting it in there. The next parts of this update are a bit shorter but still important. So Patreon. This is something that's been weighing heavily on me in my absence. I selfishly left it on while I was gone. When you're struggling for money and work isn't paying you, it's an easy out to know that at least I can count on the generous support of those pledging. But this isn't right. So if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, and in the case of another unforeseen break, I'm going to be switching to the per release model again like I did initially. Even if I put out more than 1 video a month, I won't be charging for them. It'll just be the one each month. I'm also stripping back the reward tiers. This was also a result of me following the trends of the Patreons of bigger creators, but the reality is I just don't have the time to keep up with those tiers. If people want to support me, I will be eternally grateful, and I'll be keeping credits and early access to videos if you do pledge, and bringing back monthly insights into my research notes for videos, especially now that I have ideas that will have something worthwhile writing extra about. If the Patreon gets to a point where I can make all of this a viable full-time or even part-time job, I'll go back and reconsider the tiers and rewards, but as for now, I simply work too much to be able to put in the extra yards that I hoped I could. Lastly, I made a new Discord. The old one was, for lack of a better term, dead. It could go a week at a time without any posts from the 200 plus members in there, and it got itself into a place that didn't really encourage engagement from anyone, so I totally understand why people weren't active. I launched a new one with the Smash Bros video, and already it feels like a much more chilled place. Some new changes in place is to create a spotlight channel, where on the first day of each month, I'll be linking someone from the Discord's content, from YouTube to podcasts, music, articles, and so forth. If you make something and post about it, I want to show it off to people. The other thing I want to start doing is game nights within the Discord. I haven't nailed down a day yet, but I'll be discussing it with the members soon, and I'd love to get on Smash or share around Mario Maker 2 levels with the Discord community while we're in voice chat talking all sorts of nonsense. That's about it for concrete things to talk about. I have other plans like a live Twitch show where I interview people and merch, but those don't have enough planning behind them to really get into. But just know this is the start of a soft relaunch I have for the channel. If you're here still, thank you for listening to me ramble on and on. I hope you like what the future holds for HeavyEyed, and I'm looking forward to getting this new start rolling.